So good afternoon, everybody. So I am Jean Hoffelina Day. So I will talk about how to travel in Philippines in times of pandemic if you are non-OFW like me. So I came from New York 3 days ago via PAL, a direct flight to Manila, May 31 and I arrived here in June 2 ng madaling araw. So when traveling to Philippines, I would just like you to know that upon arrival or kahit nasa flight ka pa lang, you have 4 things that you have to fill up. So while you're still flying, hindi ka pa nakakababa sa aeroplano, you have 4 things to fill up, no? Number 1, the health declaration form. The number 2 is the affidavit of undertaking, meaning you should be willing to sign that. You should be quarantined to a government facility hotel, or if you're an OFW, a hotel that is accredited by the Bureau of Quarantine at your own expense. You have to sign that. In my case, I chose Savoy Hotel. The reason why I chose Savoy Hotel is that it's near the airport, and for the trend that I am following in Facebook, everybody is just recommending Savoy Hotel for non-OFW. It's a very good hotel. It's a 4-star. It's located around Pasay City, so it would be easier for you. It's about 5 to 10 minutes away from the airport. Okay, you also have to fill up the Interagency Task Force of Emerging Infectious Disease Declaration form. All the information is there. You have to fill it up. And the last is the case investigation form, which will be used for the agency, Philippine National Red Cross, or either private institution for your swabbing. So what's the procedure from traveling to Philippines? So if you're coming from other country, and you are non-OFW, and for my case, I'm not OFW, but I'm Filipino by passport, so I can travel back. You should not be sick first. You should not be sick. You should not have any cough, or hindi ka dapat nilalagnat or fever, okay? So you should not travel if you're sick. And then pagdating mo dito sa pagdating mo dito sa airport, supposed to be, binigyan kami ng briefing that we will be swabbed in the airport, no? Unfortunately, the kits are not available at that time, so we were told that we will be swabbed at our designated facility or hotel. In my case, at Savoy Hotel. So the Philippine Coast Guard will go to your hotel to swab you. They told us that they will be swabbing the next day, but they did not arrive, not until after 2 days that we arrived in Philippines. I got scared that they might not arrive, and I only have a limited booking in the hotel at my own expense, and I don't have enough money, so I opted for a private swabbing. So there are 2 institutions, there are 2 things that you can do if you are non-OFW. It's either you would go to Philippine Coast Guard, they will swab, the Philippine National Red Cross will swab you. It's free, but you don't know when will the results be out. Meaning, I met my classmates. I met one of my classmates. He was swabbed on May 22, and the result came out today. Today's June 5. Ngayon lang lumabas. I also made across my room in the hotel. He was swabbed also in the same day, May 22, and still no result. So he went to MAKATI Med to have a private swabbing done. So if nagpunta ka sa MAKATI Med, it will be at your own expense. They have a coordinator that you can email, and they will give you a form, like a confirmation form, and you cannot go there in MAKATI Med without any appointment at all. You have to coordinate with their COVID-19 hotline. So for me, I opted for private swabbing kasi hindi ko alam kung darating bang Philippine Coast Guard at that time. Well, the next day, dumating naman ang Philippine Coast Guard, pero my swabbing is already done. Okay, I was in hotel for 3 days. I arrived in June 2. They said they will swab us at June 4, pero June 3, but we were not swabbed until June 4. I was not able to be swabbed by Philippine National Red Cross because I already did my swabbing on June 3, the second day that I arrived at the facility. Okay, The swabbing in Makati Med cost me around 8,000 K. But if you are senior citizen or with person with disability, it will only cost 6,000 plus. For Philippine National Red Cross, OFW or non-OFW like us would be free daw. For Philippine National Red Cross under Philippine Coast Guard, results will be out, sabi nila, 5 to 7 days. But in Makati Medical Center, so I got my result within 24 hours. That's why I was able to come back to Pangasinan today, June 5. The reason that I opted for private swabbing is that wala akong makontak sa Bureau of Quarantine, wala akong makontak sa Philippine Coast Guard or the Philippine Red Cross na magre-reply sa mga inquiries ko. Their hotline is not working, the email, nobody is replying, and even the cell phone numbers are not working. It's just always busy, and I don't want to be kept hanging, so I opted for private swabbing. Medyo mahal lang, 8K, pero sulit kasi they guarantee you within 24 to 48 hours, they can give you the result. How about the hotel? In the hotel, I stayed in Savoy Hotel. It's located in Pasay, like I said. They give you breakfast. I pay 4,000 each per day. And for lunch and dinner, I ordered via Grab. With some question that I received is that kailan mo nalaman yung result at paano mo nakuha yung result. So I got my result at Makati Medical Center via online. They give you a paper where all the information is there, including the number. I got my result online. You show it in the front desk of the hotel and then you're good to go. With regard to securing the Bureau of Quarantine certificate, I tried opening the login server that was given to us in the website. It's not working. Technically, it's not working. Until now, it says there that my papers are in this is still processing. One time it crashed too. I was just surprised because it said it made available by May 25 and now it's not working again. So as long as you have that real-time preliminary chain reaction or PCR result that you're COVID negative, you're okay to go or be out of the facility. As long as you have that in your phone and you have the bill from the Makati Med, because during the checkpoint in Urdaneta X checkpoint, I just showed my PCR result and the Makati Medical Center payment, and they said okay. So how did I get my ride from Manila to Pangasinan? So I was able to keep in contact with Sir Kevin Dila. I have his number. If you want, I could give it, but not here. You can just message me. He's a very good driver. He's verified. He has all the IDs and complete ng paperwork. When traveling from NCR to Pangasinan, if you are non-OFW, you should have your own car or it's a private car. Kasi kung kung OFW ka, ang makikipag-coordinate sa inyo is yung OWA, and they will be the one who will drop you in Urdaneta exit. In my case, I was dropped off directly in my home because it's a private car, and then from home I went to RHU, give my PCR result to the Rural Health Unit officer, got checked up by a doctor, Dr. Raki Ogoy, and then I was classified as a person under, I don't know, maybe person under monitoring, but they just told me that I need to go 14-day mandatory quarantine as part of the local government unit ng Mangaldan. Yun yung protocol nila dito that we have to follow. So what are the take-home points when traveling? So number one is that know your local government unit protocol. Kasi pag manggagaling ka ng Manila at pabalik ka ng, for example, sa town namin, sa town ng Mangaldan, ang protocol namin is we have to go to RHU to be classified at sasabihin sa amin kung we'll go to barangay ba for quarantine facility or we'll be quarantined to our home. Since I already have a negative result for my COVID-19, I was quarantined. I will be quarantined in my own home for 14 days. Next, take-home points when traveling. Resiliency. Dapat malakas ang loob mo. You should have the guts. mahirap mag-travel, especially kung high risk ka, or you have, like me, I'm pregnant. But as long as you're ready, you'll be fine. Basta lakas lang ng loob, tsaka tibay ng loob. And then next, take home points again. If you're willing to wait or willing to be delayed, you're good to go. Your mental status should be focused on getting home while chilling. Kasi kung isipin mo na lang, uwing-uwi na ako, maiinis ka lang, magagalit ka lang sa mundo. But if you just choose to be chill, I have to wait because people are working their best on this time of pandemic, you'll be okay. Next is lower your expectations in the government. Our government is technically not ready for any pandemic, but they're doing their best. And when I arrived here in Manila, Manila is already prepared. Their taxis have screens, may social distancing mga tao. Although may mga nakikita ko sa media na may mga wala pa ring disiplina, people are actually practicing social distancing in Manila. So, yeah, like I said, lower expectations in the government and willing to be delayed kapag inaccept mo ang reality na tatagal ako ng 1 buwan sa Manila dahil wala pang result ang PCR ko. Kung willing to wait ka, you're good to go. Next, putting shoes in other people. Remember that when you are talking to Philippine Coast Guard, Bureau of Quarantine, military personnel, police, or people from the front desk, tandaan mo na they're doing their job and everybody is just so exhausted with this pandemic. So, isipin mo na lang na sila rin nahihirapan, hindi lang ikaw. So, if you put your shoes in their shoes, mas mapapaganda yung interactions mo. And then, next is that you should be prepared with your own food. I don't know how long will I be quarantined in the hotel, so I brought my own food. I have noodles, I have sardines, I have instant coffee, I have instant noodles, I have oatmeal with milk, my own sugar, things like that. Yung iba, nakain ko na rin yung mga pasulubong ko dapat. So, next and last, just proper hygiene. Cover your nose, your mouth, don't touch your eyes with unwashed hands, things like that. So if these are all okay, then you're good to travel to Philippines. Next talking point, maybe ito namang susunod na sasabihin ko is how to travel from outside the Philippines, from Pangasinan to New York, because I left for New York on March 25 and then I arrived on June 2 again. So, eto naman, for travel, that was March 25. So, hindi ko alam kung nagbago na yung protocol. Pero pag magka-travel ka from, in my case, from Pangasinan, going outside of the country, so you need travel pass. The travel pass is manggagaling yun sa PNP. Kailangan mo rin ng health certificate from your rural health unit, in my case, in Mangaldan. And number 3, ready ka dapat sa medications mo in your bag. Well, ganun din pala pag babalik ka dito. So, if you secure all of those, then you're good to go to travel back to in the airport. So, yung driver mo, dapat may travel pass din kasi ilalagay nila dun yung ID number ng driver's license niya. May copy dapat siya nung flight number mo, pati ng passport mo, para makabalik siya pabalik ng Pangasinan. So, yeah. If you have any questions, just PM me. Or, because I already received a lot of questions for the past 3 to 4 days. I guess around 40 to 50. So, I made this video to help other non-OFW to go back to Philippines. Bye!